Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. My name is Shane Dwayne and I make videos about games and anything on my mind. Today I want to talk about physical media in a digital world. With the growing landscape of gaming moving towards an all-digital future, the death of physical media as we know it is approaching. Digital games are seen as more convenient and offer benefits that physical games just can't. But do the positives really outweigh the negatives? I don't think so for many reasons. First, I'd like to talk about my relationship with physical media and why it is important to me. My first gaming memory was playing the N64, getting the loose cartridge, blowing out the dust, and plugging it in to play GoldenEye and NASCAR racing. My brothers and I were so bad at those games, but we had so much fun looking for the golden gun and driving the opposite way on the track to crash into each other. Actually seeing and holding those games is something I remember to this day. There's more connection to a physical game than a digital download. I am too young to remember the Blockbuster days, but I remember going to Hollywood Video all the time. Sometimes going to the store was just as fun as playing the games you rented. Going in to see hundreds of games from multiple generations is worth more than a digital storefront. There is something to experience, to hold, and enjoy your time with. To this day, I still go to Wonderbook and Video, a physical media store near me. There is something special about these places. I feel it each time I walk in. When consoles go full digital, the secondhand market will be eliminated. This is not good for the consumer. I buy most of my games used because it's cheaper and I get a physical copy. When I buy a game on eBay, Sony or Nintendo don't get profit from that sale. And there will be less incentive to put games on sale since there will be no other way to purchase your games. And some games are just forgotten about. There are still 5-year-old games at full price on the PS Store that you can get for a fraction of the price on eBay. You also won't be able to get rid of your old games for money or let a friend borrow it. Physical media allows us to play games from the past and is the best form of preservation. We see so many cases of games getting delisted, and with the shift to more games needing an online connection, that list will get exponentially longer. Black Ops 6 is a game that requires an online connection at all times, even to play the campaign. That is a terrible precedent that is becoming more common. If you don't have a stable connection or are going on a trip with no Wi Fi, you can't access any part of the game. And what happens when the servers are shut down? You should not have to be connected to the internet to access single player content. There is also a component of digital games being the exact same price as the physical version that never sits right with me. There's no disc, no cover art or case to go along with it, but it's still the same price. When you buy a physical game, you own it. It's yours forever. When bought digitally, they can remove it from your library at any point for any reason they deem necessary. "You will own nothing and be happy with it" is a quote that gets more true with each year that passes. This is unprecedented territory in gaming. Consoles like the Xbox 360 and Wii had digital games, but the bulk of the games were physical. With the PS5 Pro charging for a disk drive, it's a bad sign for things to come. People in the future um, won't be able to try these games because once the servers are down for that console, that's it. The great thing about today is that you can go back into any generation of gaming because it's primarily physical media. I think there will always be an option for collectors with companies like Limited Run or Strictly Limited Games. They're important now because they give indie games an opportunity to have a physical version. Well, I love what they do now. I don't want that to be the only option, which is buying games at a premium. This is not all doom and gloom, however. I think about the consoles that I have, the Wii, which gives me access to the Wii and GameCube library, a 3DS, which gives me access to the DS and 3DS library, a PS5, which gives me access to the PS4 and PS5 library, and my fiance's PS2 and Switch. There are so many great games for these systems that I couldn't play them all if I tried. It also looks like the Switch 2 will have a cartridge slot, so I think we can count on Nintendo to have this option the longest, since physical media is tied to their brand more than Sony or Xbox. Lastly, I'd like to talk about the people that say it's a waste of money or a waste of space. For some reason, when it comes to movies, shows, or games, it's looked down upon in some groups to actually own your media. I never get this point. You can pop that movie, game, or show in at any point to enjoy. You are not at the mercy of streaming services or an online connection. The Office is a perfect example. It was on Netflix but switched over to Peacock once NBC made a streaming service. So you can subscribe to Peacock to watch or just buy the show physically. The memories are more than just nostalgia. When I look at a copy of Wii Sports, I remember the countless hours of playing with my family. When I see Mario Baseball on the shelf, I remember when my brother hit a super home run and crashed the whole game, graining the screen. When I see NFL Street in my collection, I remember playing the career mode all night with no memory card, just to have my progress reset when the console was turned off. They may just be discs to some people, but they mean something to me. Those memories and experiences make me who I am. It makes it even more special that I get to share these memories with my fiance and two little girls. Physical media may be fading away, but there's an endless catalog to go through once that shift happens. In a perfect world, they would both coexist, but we're inching further and further away from that being a reality. Please let me know what you think in the comments below and your thoughts on the physical media versus digital debate. Thank you all for watching.